Hello and welcome to another part of this chapter graph theory. In this part we shall consider adjacency matrix for digraph. In the previous part we have considered the adjacency matrix for non-directed graph. In this part we shall consider adjacency matrix for directed graph or digraph. So let us consider a graph G which is a digraph. Now this graph has n number of vertices and m number of edges. We know that adjacency matrix for a non-directed graph can be found if the graph contains self-loop or parallel edges. But the adjacency matrix for digraph can be found only if the graph contains no parallel edges. If the graph contains parallel edges, then the adjacency matrix of the digraph cannot be found. The graph may contain some self-loop, but it does not contain any parallel edge. We know that adjacency matrix is denoted by AG and the elements are Aij. Adjacency matrix is n cross n matrix. It is a square matrix where n is the number of vertices. And in directed graph, we define the adjacency matrix or the elements Aij is equal to, we put Aij equal to 1 if there exists a directed edge from ith vertex to jth vertex. So we put Aij equal to 1 if there exists a directed edge from ith vertex to jth vertex. So the direction of that edge must be from ith vertex to jth vertex. Then we shall put Aij equal to 1. Otherwise we shall put Aij equal to 1. Remember that Aij equal to 1 if there exists a directed edge from ith vertex to jth vertex. So let us consider one directed graph and then we shall find the corresponding adjacency matrix. As for example, we consider this digraph. This digraph has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices and number of edges, actually directed edges with one self loop. The graph contains no parallel edges, so we can find the adjacency matrix for this digraph. We know that adjacency matrix for any graph is a square matrix. It is a n cross n matrix where n is the number of vertices. This graph has 5 vertices, so the adjacency matrix of this graph will have 5 rows and 5 columns. So it will be a 5 cross 5 matrix. So before we find the adjacency matrix, we just label the vertices. Suppose this is V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5. To find the adjacency matrix, we just need to label the vertices. No need to label the edges. So we shall find the adjacency matrix. So let this be the adjacency matrix. It is a 5 cross 5 matrix. We have replaced V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 in the rows and also in the columns. So let us find the elements of this matrix. First one is this element. Whenever we consider this element, let us find whether there is any directed edge from V2 to V1. That means whether there is any self loop at V1. We find that there is no self loop at V1, so we shall put 0 here. Next we find this element. To find this element, the rule is if there is a directed edge from V1 to V2, then we shall put 1 here, otherwise 0. From the graph we find that there is a directed edge from V1 to V2, so we shall put 1 here. Next one is this one, from V1 to V3. We find that there is no directed edge from V1 to V3, so we put 0 here. Next, from V1 to V4, there is no directed edge, so we put 0 here again. And finally V1 to V5, this is again 0 because there is no directed edge from V1 to V5. Next we find this element. To find this element, we have to check whether there is any directed edge from V2 to V1 or not. We find that there is no directed edge from V2 to V1. There is one edge from V1 to V2, but there is no edge from V2 to V1. So we put 0 here. Next is this element. To find this element, let us find whether there is any loop at V2 or not. There is no loop at V2, so we put 0 here. Next one is this one. To find this one, let us check whether there is any edge from V2 to V3 or not. We find that there is no edge from V2 to V3. There is one edge from V3 to V2, but there is no edge from V2 to V3. So we put 0 here. Next, let us check whether there is any edge from V2 to V4. Here we find that there is one edge from V2 to V4. So we put 1 here, and finally we put 0 here because there is no edge from V2 to V5. Next we consider V3. From V3 to V1 there is no edge, so we put 0. From V3 to V2 we find that there is one edge from V3 to V2, so we put 1 here. This is the edge from V3 to V2, actually directed edge. Next we find that there is no self loop at V3, so we put 0 here. Next one is from V3 to V4. We find that there is no edge from V3 to V4, so we put 0 here. And finally there is no edge from V3 to V5, so we put 0 here. Next one is this element V4 to V1. We find that there is no edge from V4 to V1, we put 0 here. Again there is no edge from V4 to V2, so we put 0 again. There is one edge from V4 to V3, this edge, so we put 1 here. There is one edge from V4 to V3. Next one is from V4 to V4. We find that there is no self loop at V4, so we put 0 here. And finally from V4 to V5 we find that there is one edge from V4 to V5, so it is 1. Next, the final row of V5. We find that there is no edge from V5 to V1, so we put 0 here. There is no edge from V5 to V2, again this is 0. There is no edge from V5 to V3, so it is again 0. Here we find that there is no edge from V5 to V4. There is one edge from V4 to V5, but no edge from V5 to V4, so we put 0 here. And finally this element from V5 to V5, we find that there is one self loop at V5, so we shall put 1 here. This is the only self loop, so this is the only non-zero element at the diagonal. So this is the required adjacency matrix for this directed graph. Now if we look carefully, we shall find that for directed graph the adjacency matrix is not symmetric. It is symmetric for non-directed graph, but for directed graph the adjacency matrix is not symmetric. Next we shall give one example where from the adjacency matrix we shall obtain the directed graph. Let us consider this adjacency matrix. Now suppose this is the adjacency matrix given and we have to find the corresponding graph. Now from the adjacency matrix we can determine whether the graph is directed or non-directed. If the adjacency matrix is symmetric, then the corresponding graph is non-directed graph, and if the adjacency matrix is non-symmetric, then the corresponding graph is digraph. Now here we find that this matrix is not symmetric, therefore the corresponding graph will be a digraph. And we know that for the adjacency matrix the number of rows or column, it is equal to the number of vertices of the graph. So we first label the vertices, suppose v1, v2, v3, v4, and here also v1, v2, v3, v4. So we shall find the corresponding digraph of this adjacency matrix. Now here we find that there are 4 number of rows or columns. So the graph has 4 vertices. So we first plot the vertices v1, v2, v3, v4. Now we shall draw the edges, actually the directed edges. Now to find the edges, we first consider the first row of the matrix. We find that the only non-zero element is this one at the intersection of v1 and v3. Then by the rule, there exists a directed edge from v1 to v3. So we first draw this directed edge from v1 to v3. The direction is from v1 to v3. This is the only non-zero element in the first row. Next we consider the second row. Here we find that the only non-zero element is this one in the row of v2 and in the column of v1. Therefore, by the rule, there exists one directed edge from v2 to v1. So there exists one directed edge from v2 to v1. Next we consider the third row, the row of v3. We find that there are 3 non-zero elements. First one is this one, v3 and v2. So there exists one directed edge from v3 to v2. So there exists one directed edge from v3 to v2. Again this element is 1. So by the formula, there exists one directed edge from v3 to v3. That means there exists a self loop. So there exists a self loop here at the v3. Now we can put any direction here because this is self loop. And the next one is in the row of v3 and in the column of v4. So there exists a directed edge from v3 to v4. So there exists one directed edge from v3 to v4. The direction is from v3 to v4. And finally we find that there is no non-zero element in the row of v4. So there is no edge going out from this vertex v4. So this is the required diagram corresponding to this adjacency matrix. So we find that if the diagram is given with no parallel edges, then we can find the adjacency matrix. And if the adjacency matrix is given, then we can find the corresponding diagram. Also remember the points that for non-directed graph, the adjacency matrix is symmetric, but for directed graph, the adjacency matrix is non-symmetric. So with this, we complete this part. So see you in the next part. Until then, thanks for watching.